All right, Ethan. Just made a quick two-dimensional tracing of your bat path here. Um, about from the point to where the front heel blocks through contact, and the thing that you really want to notice here is how steep his path is. How it doesn't widen out. It's a steeper path. It's shorter to the ball, and all of this. The difference is. In the positioning of the back elbow and backhand. Again, the whole difference in the path is because you allow the back elbow to widen and the palm to go to the sky. And then, as we go through frame by frame, you can see the position your bat is in here with this line versus this line. Okay? And then here, he's still stacked at this point, and here you are. Okay? Here you are here, and here's his angle here. Here we are here. Here's Adrian. Here versus here. And through contact. One way to kind of look at this is to see how much closer his path, stays through his body. And that's just because the top hand keeps the bat, in that lighter position and the back elbow doesn't widen. Okay? His bat is much lighter and the path is a shorter direct path to the ball. So, again, this, as far as the graphics go, this is a two-dimensional look, so it's not, exactly, but it does give you another way to kind of look at the bat path that you're using. And it is a a simple problem. It's not easy to fix, obviously, but it is the fault of this back arm position and that top hand position. Here we'll take the graphics off. Again, you can see what happens, as that elbow's working down to the ball. The elbow gets very wide there, and palm goes to the sky. Whereas Adrian's elbow is bent, palm's out here. So he launches here diagonally. There's a definite, as he goes to the ball from here, there's a down diagonal feel to how he's going to the ball, whereas your feel, is a much more of a, an upward one. You really need to, feel like that hand makes a move down with a bent elbow before that palm goes up. You can really see, a downward move there with some tilt before that top hand really, gets up. And so, his hands are in front of his body before he's palm up, palm down. And, that's really kind of the first thing your hands do is go to the sky. Okay? It's really creating, again, the back arm position, the top hand position, creating a long path and a heavy bat. The body position here at contact is pretty good. There's a, we're off the back, behind the front. We've got good driving aspect. We stabilize pretty good. Again, there's good, load and lateral unload to what we're doing. There's good aggressiveness to the ball. The hands finish pretty good. There's a lot of good stuff going on. But this, and it's really right here, that move with the hand here. If nothing else, have the feeling that the hand doesn't move. Look at Adrian's hand. It doesn't move. It doesn't travel like your hand does. And you need to keep the hand there. And once you get to here, once that leg is finished, that's kind of where we launch from. And you got to feel like you launch from here. We can't launch from back here. So maybe just the feeling that your hand, again, we do want to see that elbow. As you look at Adrian, that elbow works up, into the ball. So we want to be loose at that shoulder joint. So we want the elbow to be loose, but we don't want to feel like the hands move that much. Okay, we've got to shorten that path down. All right, Ethan. Here's another quick trace of the hands. I'll start at right about here. Okay, and you can see how Adrian's hands are going to take a very down diagonal move to the ball. You again kind of do that move where your top hand kind of works up, and then we're gonna, kind of fall straight down. See here, the hand kind of works high, and now the palm is already up, and the hands are working down, straight down and under. Okay, so you're, as you're approaching, you're here, whereas, Adrian's hand doesn't travel near as much, and it works in a straight diagonal line to the ball. Okay, so again, the issue is simple, and we've got to make this adjustment. Hopefully here you see how much more your hand is doing. Whereas Adrian's hand is basically same place and position here. Okay. And again, this is a two-dimensional look, so some of the movements are relative, but we still get a, I still think that the tracing gives us an idea of what's happening. Just a different way to look at it. Okay, Ethan, here's a look from behind. And I start tracing here. And again, we see a much tighter arc from the major leaguer. And as the elbow begins to move in, your arm widens and the palm goes to the sky. His elbow stays bent, palm towards the pitcher, and the barrel stays above the hands for a longer period of time. Right there, if we look at this line here, your barrel is already below your hands. Here's the professional barrel here. So again, another way to think about it is there's so much less travel of the hands. So your hand is, while the elbow's moving, while the arm action is occurring, his hand and therefore the bat is staying in a very similar place. There's much less going on. Okay. Whereas again with you, when the arm's moving, the hand is moving with it, the elbow is widening. Okay. So we've, one way to maybe look at it is, we've got to do less with that hand.